Good morning. It is day 5 of Booktubeathon, and I read a little bit more of Heidi last night. I got about 8 chapters through, and I'm really enjoying it. What I'm enjoying about Heidi is how simple the story is, but how lovable the characters are. And it just goes to show, like, for me, a story does not have to be complicated at all to be a good story. You know what I mean? So it's just been a simple, enjoyable read. It's just, I don't have to think very hard while reading it, and it's nice. It's nice. Today, my husband is off from work as well, so we might do something together today. I don't know what the day holds. I'll try to bring you along for whatever we end up doing, but I taught a piano lesson this morning. I'm probably going to practice piano a little bit right now and hopefully read some more today. I'm not sure what the day holds, but I will hopefully remember to bring you along for it. And I almost forgot to update you that I watched Howl's Moving Castle, the movie, last night, and it was very, very different than the book. If you've never seen it, they're like night and day. The story is just loosely based around it, and it's not very similar at all, so thought you would be interested to know. But I still like the movie. It's just different, but I think that I still like the book more, but the movie is just its own kind of separate thing. Coffee run. Hello. So Friday's been pretty chill. Just went to get some lunch and some coffee with my husband, so that was nice. And I just wanted to sit down and read for a little bit. And there's this really funny passage that I'm on right now, and I just wanted to share it with you. So my dog is, of course, in my lap like he always is when I'm reading. But I'm at this part of the book where Heidi brings home kittens in her pocket, and she kind of smuggles them into her home. But she's kind of adopted, so it's not really her home. It's this mean lady who is looking after her, and she keeps thinking that Heidi's meowing. And I don't know how you can think that a person is meowing when it is not coming out of their mouth, but whatever. And you can tell this is a villain by how she reacts to kittens. So if you see the bottom, it says, "How, what kittens?" shrieked Fräulein Rottenmeier. "Sebastian, Tinette, find the horrid little things. Take them away." And she rose and fled into the study and locked the door so as to make sure she was safer than the kittens, which to her were the most horrible things in creation. So that's how you know you're dealing with a villain, is when they hate kittens. Hey guys, happy Saturday. It has been a unproductive weekend as far as reading goes. I have not read anything today, and last night ended up hanging out with friends, which is great, but I didn't read. And tonight I also will be going to hang out with friends. So it's been a very social weekend, which is nice, but not a very good weekend for reading. So I'm going to do some more reading in a moment. I'm about halfway through Heidi. Right now I am kind of getting some things ready for going back to work on Monday, and printing out some bulletin type things to hang around my classroom. So I might turn you around in a moment and show you what I'm going to be putting on my classroom walls, or just a few things. There'll probably be more stuff, but just gotta get it all ready. So if you don't know already, I'm a music teacher, and some of the things that I am making for my classroom right now are these bulletin boards about music careers. Most kids don't know that you can go into music as a major or as a career. The only thing they really know about music as a career is like American Idol and stuff, or the bands that they listen to. So this gives them a little idea of some of the things you can do. So we have 2 categories: music careers that involve performing, and music careers that do not involve performing. And by the way, I didn't make these. They are by Trinity Music. Some other lovely person made these, so I'll make sure I link them below just in case you are interested. I don't know if you're a music teacher and you're interested in their materials, but so under this, the performing careers, there's just a bunch of cute stuff like background singer, cause some kind of random things that like kids wouldn't really think about. Church organist, I can guarantee you none of my kids know what a church organist is. Maybe some of them do, I don't know. Composer, and so on and so forth. You can see. So these are all the careers that would involve having to perform. The opera singer one's funny. She looks like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, which I think is hilarious. And if you can hear my printer in the background, I apologize because I am printing something else also. But and then the ones that do not involve performing are things like booking agent, licensing and copyright, you know, random things, publicist. What else is in here? Tour manager. So like, oh, voice therapist. That's an interesting one too. So I'm excited to hang these up in my wall and make it look cute. And then what's printing right now, I'll show you in a moment. Also, my favorite part about sitting at this desk is the view of my beautiful bookshelf. Maybe someday I will do a bookshelf tour. I don't know. The problem is there's this other bookshelf that's like a hot mess, and there's just a bunch of stuff here that we need to get rid of, and it's just kind of like a mess pile, so that needs to get cleared out before I do anything like that. But that one's nice. That's my bookshelf I use for filming, just so you know. And then these are just rhythm flashcards for to hang up around my classroom. And I'll have a rhythm wall where I'll put all these things up. You can see they go from more simple to more complicated rhythms. So I'll be cutting those out and making probably put them on my classroom door or something. But excited to do that as well. So that'll all happen on Monday. All right, it is time to read more of Heidi. I'm about, as you can see, halfway through. Really, really loving it. It is just the epitome of like a classic children's story. A tad bit religious also, in case you weren't aware. Definitely Christian themes and background in it. But it's wonderful, and you know, I just love it all the more. I'm excited to keep reading. Also, my mom's name is Heidi, and I'm of sort of German descent, and it just brings me some memories of my German grandparents. And even though no one read this to me as a kid, I feel like this is one of those books that I would like to read to my children in the future. And it's I think a good one to read aloud. It just is easy to follow and kind of anecdotal in chapter by chapter, so I think it's a good one for like a chapter before bed to read to your kids. So I am just, it gives me all the warm and fuzzies. This one does. Yep. Okay, enough chatting. Time to read. Sleepy doggy on the right, kitty on the left, and book in the middle. Does it get any better than this, Rosie, do you think? No, it doesn't. It's pretty great. Huh? So it's a couple hours later. I'm going to have to stop reading pretty soon so I can go to a friend's house for the evening. But I just wanted to let you know that Heidi is so pure. That's like the only word I can think to describe it, is pure. She's just like a pure little soul, and everyone who she encounters is like blessed by her, and everyone's life is made better by knowing Heidi, and it's heartwarming. If you're in the mood for just something really heartwarming about a little child who is just so innocent and pure and reminds everyone to be more childlike and innocent and pure, then Heidi is the book for you. Seriously, I'm just loving it so much. So I actually don't know if I'm gonna finish this by the end of the Booktubeathon. I'm not really like pushing myself very hard. I've been enjoying reading kind of slowly and sinking everything in, just absorbing. So, and I don't like to read very fast. I like to take my time and enjoy and read passages over again. So I don't know, the Booktubeathon has sort of made me realize that a little bit, that I don't know, I'm just not prioritizing like read as many books as I possibly can just for the sake of reading that many books. You know, I want to enjoy them, and I'm curious if you are the same way. Let me know, because I know some people are like, it's a readathon, I'm gonna read 7 books and I'm gonna push myself to do it no matter what. But I don't know, I just did not approach it that way, and I don't think it's fun when I approach it that way personally. So I'll let you know if I make any more progress today. I probably won't make very much progress, but I will check in with you tomorrow, which is Sunday, which is the last day of the Booktubeathon. Good morning, Rosie. Oh, did I scare you? Sorry about that. Hello and happy Sunday, and happy last day of Booktubeathon. I have not quite finished Heidi yet, but I think I'll probably finish it today. I'm not too far from the end, and that will be my last read of the Booktubeathon most likely. I didn't get very far in Fruits Basket Volume 3 like I had planned to, but that's okay. It's been a busy weekend. It's just been a lot of like hanging out with friends and things, which is all good, so I cannot complain. But I think I'll probably finish this. I'm going to see if there is an audiobook version of Heidi somewhere in the world that I can find, hopefully on Scribd, because I need to do some cleaning today. I want to clean my house before the work week starts, because I like to start the week with everything in order. So it's going to be mostly a day of getting ready for the rest of the week, and hopefully doing a little reading and a little relaxing too. But first, it's off to church, and then that'll take up the morning, like church and lunch, and then get back here around 1, maybe 12, 1, and yeah, see where the day goes from there, and then hopefully cuddle with a cute kitty. Whoa. So I ended up finding an audiobook of Heidi, but it's like really weird. It's like a pretentious old man, and he talks like this, and he's very proper, and it's just, I don't know. This is why I don't do audiobooks. Do you have this problem where if you try to listen to an audiobook and the narrator is just like not your cup of tea, you just can't listen to it? I'm really trying here, because I think if I listen to an audiobook today of Heidi, I can finish it, but man, I just cannot handle hearing this voice the whole time. So there's that. Quick question. Is snoozled a word? There is a sentence right here. Heidi ran off, and Clara began to hold out the leaves one by one to Snowflake, who snoozled. Is that a word, you guys? I can't recall. Hello. So we finished Heidi, and that's going to finish my reading vlog as well, and finish my Booktubeathon reads. And so I thought I would just do a quick wrap up. First of all, loved Heidi, and just so sweet, almost sickly sweet, but really sweet and adorable, and very spiritual, and a lot of like kind of almost like a lot of parables in it, and very much biblical oriented. So I really enjoyed this. It's one of those that I would love to read to my future children someday. Definitely a classic children's novel worth checking out. So loved Heidi. And I started the week with Haruki Murakami's Absolutely on Music, Conversations with Seiji Ozawa. Also really loved this. I think I gave this one 4 stars, and that being because the interviews were really focused around listening to pieces of music, and so I felt like the format of this being published as a book was kind of weird. I would have liked to be listening to this interview rather than reading it. I think I don't know, maybe it has been published on a website or something, or as like a podcast, but I'll have to look into that. I would love to listen to this interview rather than read it, so that I could hear the music that they're listening to while they're talking about the music. So 4 stars. Still really enjoyed this. Learned a lot, got a lot out of it. And then we had Howl's Moving Castle in the middle of the week, and this might have been my favorite one I've read this week. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Definitely 5-star read for me. Read the movie. This was my book to movie adaptation. Also green on the cover, so it fulfilled those ones. Oh, I forgot to tell you what those other ones fulfilled. But so this one was 2 challenges. Loved Howl's Moving Castle. Another really great children's fantasy. Also kind of considered a classic. And then if you watch the Miyazawa movie, or no, not Miyazaki movie, forgive me for that, it's very different, almost a completely different story, really. So just know that going from the book to the movie is a very different experience. But Heidi fulfilled my Beautiful Spine challenge, and Haruki Murakami's book was my What I Would Like to Do challenge. The only challenge I didn't complete, well, I guess 2 challenges. I obviously did not read 7 books. I read only 3 books, but that is okay. Reading 3 books in a week is very unusual for me, so that's fine. And then I did not finish the challenge that was, now I'm blanking. Oh, wearing a hat. I didn't wear a hat while reading any of these books. I really should have. I could have. I think I was planning on reading a Fruits Basket with a hat on, and didn't end up really getting to Fruits Basket, so oh well. I'm okay with not fulfilling that challenge. Reading while wearing a hat is kind of a weird challenge anyway, so I'm okay with that. If you participated in Booktubeathon, do let me know. I would love to know what you read. How did it go for you? Did you complete your challenges? I would love to know. So I think I will wrap up this vlog for now, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you, and a wonderful evening or day or morning or wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.